My name's Ethan. I'm your host on the very first edition of my sports podcast, Contest It. I'm here with my guests for today, Alex, Toma, and Max Tepper to the right of him. So basically what we're going to be doing on this podcast for today is just diving deep into fantasy basketball, getting to the rookies in the draft, free agency, offseason, etc., and basically making our predictions for the upcoming year. So just to give a little backgrounds of ourselves, we're all college students. We're all 19. We play fantasy basketball together and with a few of our other friends. And I would say we know a good amount, but not to a point where, I don't know, where...
Skip Bayless.
we're not like Skip Bayless or Stephen A. Smith, but
We're almost there.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
So, I'm a Celtics fan. I started watching basketball the year I lived in Boston. Alex right here is a Clippers fan, and Max is the casual LA Lakers fan.
Why do you get quiet on that? Why do you get quiet on that?
Anyways, so what we're going to do is start and get into the NBA draft. So everyone knows the biggest three names in the NBA draft: Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett, John Morant. So let's start talking about them. Who do you guys think will have the best rookie year?
The best rookie year? I could see John Morant like putting up the most stats out of them, but I think Zion will be the most impactful rookie, best player in the class. So I think he'll have the most impact on his team, but John Morant will probably put up the better numbers.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Zion is definitely going to be great. I mean, there was a possibility that he wasn't going to live up to the hype, but so far in preseason, we can see that he's really starting to live up to it. John Morant, though, is definitely going to get the most double-doubles. But RJ, I think, is the best all-around player. He can move really well. He can shoot well from mid-range, pass the ball. There isn't anything that he can't do.
I gotta agree with it. It's Zion. I just think he's in the best situation. Like, all the players he has around him, it's a whole young group of players with the Pelicans down in New Orleans. I mean, they have Derek Favors and J.J. Redick, which I think is going to help a lot just to have that veteran leadership. But clearly Zion's the number one option. So he's the guy. He's the guy. So...
Shout out Spy Kids 3. He's the guy.
Yeah, I just think I don't think it's going to be close. I mean, everyone's seen him in the preseason so far. Like, that one dunk against the Hawks was crazy, where he took 3 steps from the three-point line. Just, who did he dunk it on? You guys know who that was?
I don't even
Was it Alex
remember.
Len? I don't even know.
All I know is that he was 2 for 13 field goal, and I mean, that's just
12 for
ridiculous.
13.
12 for 13. I said
Yeah.
2 for 13?
Yeah, the only problem I have with that 12 for 13 is it's all within 5 feet.
But it's working.
It is working, which is why I'm not going to complain much. But I just think he has to work on his shot a little bit. But I think definitely he does everything better than RJ and John Morant. So with that, who do you think is going to have the best career?
Zion, by far. At first, like you said, like all his shots come from inside, but at first I thought like, he's probably just like a leaper. But when you watch him play, he's a lot more than that. He's not fast. He's smart. He understands when to pass out the post. He could run a pick and roll. And like you said, the only thing that, like, obviously he needs to work on is his shot, but he's not afraid to shoot it. Like, if you leave him open, he'll take it. He just has to learn how to shoot off the dribble and all that. And also, he's a great leader. He has a lot of leadership intangibles. So, got to go with Zion.
Yeah, and I mean, he's only a rookie. So he's going to use his skill set that he's acquired so far for this season. And then, of course, next offseason, he's going to keep building that. And give it 2-3 years, he can lead the Pelicans somewhere, for real.
Yeah, you just can't be a shooter like Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons waited 3 years to get to try a shot.
Zion hit a 3 in preseason.
Zion's a little
He'll
ahead
shoot
of
that.
yeah.
All right, so I'm going to hand you guys these whiteboards right here. We're going to get into our first kind of like game segment thing of the show. Pass that to Max. So, with that, hold on. All right. On the board, since we're still talking about the draft, because obviously Zion, RJ, and Ja are at the whole NBA draft. I want you guys to write your sleepers on the board without letting each other see.
Sleepers, right? Multiple.
Just one.
Just one. Okay.
All right, Max. I'm going to have you reveal yours to the camera first and explain your reasoning.
One is Brandon Clark. Brandon Clark, everyone.
Where did he go?
He went to Memphis. He was drafted to Memphis. I think he's in a really, really good spot. He plays with a lot of energy, gets back on defense. He can definitely lead Memphis. He could be with Ja, leading Memphis into a much better place for the franchise. Yeah, of course he's going to play on a little bit less minutes because he is on the bench, but I think he can definitely get some valuable minutes. And if he does, he can possibly make the all-rookie team.
Okay, what about you, Alex?
My sleeper is Terrence Mann, second-round pick of your local Los Angeles Clippers. The only reason I put him up is because, well, first of all, he played small forward in college. I believe he went to Florida State. It was a Florida school. He played small forward in college, but what the Clippers are doing, he's 6'6". They move him to the point. He's been playing the backup point guard spot. And, again, the only reason I put him up here is because Doc Rivers, Kawhi, even Paul George, were talking about it, Lou Williams, they're really pushing for him to be the backup point guard for the team, and he's been getting consistent minutes with the starters and bench players in the preseason. He's not just thrown in there for garbage time. So that's what I went with, Terrence Mann.
So you chose a Lakers player, Max?
No.
What is he on? Oh,
Um,
Memphis. You
yeah,
said
he's on
Memphis.
Memphis.
Never mind. That's my fault. All
Shout
right.
out Taylor Horton Tucker, though.
My sleeper of the draft. I don't even know if this is really a sleeper because I've heard his name a lot, but Tyler Hero, the shooting guard out of Kentucky. I think he's just in a great spot in Miami. And this preseason, he's looked so good so far. And the only thing that I might be concerned about is Jimmy Butler not willing to teach him because he kind of has that attitude where he wants all the fame and shine on himself. But I think just Tyler Hero being able to watch Jimmy Butler and Deion Waiters, even though Deion Waiters isn't that good, but he's been in the NBA for a long time. So I think that learning from those two players who have experience of the game I think it's going to work out for him. And I think he could, I won't say all rookie, but maybe he could be an all-star in the next few years.
You forget one huge part of that Miami Heat team, that's Goran Dragic. Goran Dragic is a great space creator and can definitely dish it out to Tyler Hero, who can definitely, he's a catch-and-shoot guy.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
can create his own shot.
Like you said, I know Jimmy Butler has the attitude, but if Tyler Hero comes in and puts the work, that's a Jimmy guy. So if he's not like Andrew Wiggins, he'll be good.
I had to start with the Andrew Wiggins slander.
Hell yeah.
I can't believe Joey took him last night.
Ridiculous. Shout out Joey, though, for taking Andrew
Joey,
Wiggins.
if you're watching this, I'll probably send you the link or something.
By the way, your
Love
car is still at Ethan's house. So,
All right, now I want you guys to write your one bust of the draft.
Yeah, I am the king of the E. Hey, get it bitch screw like the DJ. Yeah, I am the sit where we play. We got to chop where we play. Okay. Yeah, come through the city, we gon' chop your ass up just like some sushi. AK-47 stick, go stupid. Draw the money out on the
Okay, little dirty, nappy headed East Atlanta nigga. Father said it I was a force. 44 Hank Aaron Chrome, wanna make it home, then get out the Porsche. Let a nigga cover faded for. I had to fade a nigga at the faded for. It's tomato or tomato. Either way, the boy the greatest play it. I won't say it no more.
All right.
I was just fucked up.
Alex, I'm
I
gonna
was
start with
down,
you this
down
time.
bad.
All right.
Reveal your bust.
My bust for this year's draft will be Cam Reddish, 10th pick of the Atlanta Hawks. Yeah.
I had the same exact bust.
I mean, the reason I put him up, he does have the frame for it. He's 6'8" and is athletic, but it's called at Duke. He shot 35% from the field
yeah.
and 33% from three, and he's supposed to be like a prototype 3-and-D guy. And you would think with the attention Zion and RJ got, he should be able to knock down those open shots. So I think it'll be a situation of he could be so much better.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It's just that. And there's also another thing. He's tied to the Luka trade. So,
Oh, is he?
yeah, because that was
Oh.
the pick the Mavericks got. So they always say,
Oh, okay.
they always look at that like, okay, they traded Luka for Young and Reddish. So if both of them,
Oh, so the Mavs got
Luka for
that-
Trae Young, and
that pick.
yeah, they traded that
Oh,
pick
okay.
to the Hawks. So I think he'll also always be attached to that, and that will also
wow.
kind of put down his
Yeah,
stock.
I mean, his second game this preseason against the Magic, he was 1 of 7 and 0-5 from 3.
Yeah.
And in 14 minutes had 4 points and a rebound. I just feel like last year at Duke, he was just so underwhelming. Like, he was supposed to be like that third star on the Duke team, but I just feel like it was just taken over by RJ and Zion, which isn't a bad thing, but I don't think that Cam Reddish is going to work out in the NBA. But you're right, he has the build. I mean, he's a 6'8" small forward.
Which is
He's
perfect
not
for today's
he's
game.
not skinny. He's obviously has muscle on him. I don't know, just from what I've seen last year, and obviously it's preseason, but I just don't think that he is going to turn out to be worth a 10th overall pick.
Yeah.
So, Max, let's get to your pick.
All right, so I got Darius Garland of the Cleveland Cavaliers, which is, I mean, he's not terrible, but I just don't think he's quite, he's not quite lottery pick material.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he was pretty efficient. He shot pretty well from the field. It's just that you can look, like, statistically speaking, he's pretty similar to how Colin Sexton did during the actual NBA season. So it's kind of like, why do the Cavs need another Colin Sexton? And so it's more like just Darius Garland is just not in the right position.
There was a
situation.
thing I saw. I think it was like last week. I don't know. It was just some NBA page posted, so I don't know how 100% true this is. But Colin Sexton was saying, he's like, I'm playing point guard and nothing else. But the thing is, they drafted Darius Garland, and I feel like he's a point guard with the same exactly. Archetype as
Yeah.
Colin Sexton. I just don't think – I got to agree. I don't think it was a good pick, and I don't know how they're going to use them both because they both want to play point guard. And they have the
Right.
same exact – they play the same exact way. I just don't – I got to agree. I don't think it will work out. So, for this last one – for this last one is the players who live up to expectations. And what I mean by that is not someone that's going to overperform like a sleeper or underperform like a bust. I mean, just like someone that's going to play like if Darius Garland plays like he's a 5th overall pick, I would say that's someone that lives up to their.
Said I can't go on, not in this way. I'm a dream that died by light of day.
All right.
You make me feel like I'm alive again. Said I can't go on, not in this way.
Max, let's start with you.
All right. So this one was a little tough. I'm going to choose RJ. I feel like RJ is very much 3rd pick potential. I said that he's on the Knicks, but I made that really tiny because that's probably going to be a blemish on his career one day. But it's true.
No shout out to James Dolan.
Kevin Durant already took a shot at them. So
Yeah,
I
as-
think, it's
as he
time. I think
should.
it's time people leave
I don't-
Knicks alone for a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. But also, I don't have the clout to for them to come after me for it, so it's all good. So no, but RJ I think will definitely live up to expectations. I think he'll, the Knicks are looking for the next face of the franchise, someone that can draw in the fans, that can draw in the next free agents. RJ style of play, that all-around specialist, can definitely do exactly what the Knicks want. And RJ seems very happy to take up that responsibility.
Yeah, the only problem is I know the Knicks wanted so much more, and I feel like it's almost a disappointment that they could only get R.J. Barrett. And then they
Definitely.
went out and paid, what was it, like
They
3
signed
power
4
forward.
power
They
forwards.
got a bunch of like bench players. They got Marcus Morris. Julius Randle is the only, I think, like good player on the Knicks right now. I think Marcus Morris is solid, but he's definitely a bench guy. Alfred Payton's also a bench guy. He just puts up numbers, but I don't really think he does anything else.
Yeah, no, like you said, that was actually a good signing. But since they were so underwhelming,
Yeah,
like,
it's like
just like
every Knicks fan is like, oh, we're going to get Zion. We're going to get the first overall pick. We're going to get Kyrie. We're going to get Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant literally said last week no one wants to go to the Knicks.
Yeah, I know.
So I just think I do agree. I think RJ is going to be very good at some point in his career, but I just don't. I think it's a little underwhelming that the Knicks had to settle for RJ Barrett. Because with the third pick, if Ja Morant and Zion are already gone, it's obvious who they're going to take. So I would say my player is Rui Hachimura,
Ooh,
the
okay.
power forward for the Wizards. I don't think he'll ever reach that like MVP level. Like that's definitely a stretch. But in college, he almost averaged 20 points. The only thing I think he probably will need to work on is 3-point percentage because he only shot 31.6% in college and only 73.9 from the free throw. And his field goal percentage is 59.1. So I feel like that tells me that a lot of his points come inside the paint. And the thing, I have him as my player that's going to live up because it might only be for this year, but Bradley Beal is the only other guy on the Wizards right now that is good. I mean,
unless IT
I love
does his
Isaiah
thing.
Thomas, but I feel like he's washed up at this point. I just feel like there's no coming back. But I think Rui Hachimura probably is like the second scorer on that team, the second option. I think he can do really well. And I just think even when John Wall comes back, I feel like Bradley Beal is going to get traded at some point this year or next offseason. So I think he's set up to put pretty good numbers up, but he's definitely not winning a championship or MVP in Washington.
Yeah.
So, speaking of free agency.
Oh.
Oh,
There we go.
Alex has to go. Sorry, my bad. Best trade this offseason. And when I say best trade, not for both teams necessarily, but for one team specifically. So, Max, I'll start with you.
So I'm going to have to go with, obviously, AD. I'm going to have to say AD. I'm going to have to.
Shut up.
Good pick.
No, but hold on. Okay. So, first of all, AD, it seemed like just a terrible trade. You gave up all these, like, 6 players, four first-round picks. So how many players was it?
It was, wasn't it?
No, it was Lonzo,
Was it Shai?
Ingram, Josh Hart. No, he's
No,
talking
no,
about AD.
AD.
Oh, AD. Never mind.
It was a
thinking
lot,
Paul
but
George.
I don't know.
would say,
It was
I
just-
think it's worth it.
Yeah,
It was a lot.
It was Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and wasn't it like 2 first-rounders?
Three
first-rounders.
So-
The picks could be swapped in 23 and 2025.
Right.
Also.
And then plus it was technically a three-team trade with the Wizards because they gave Mo Wagner and Isaac
Yeah, Mo
Bonga.
Wagner.
No
And then-
shout out to
yeah,
the
yeah.
Wizards for giving the Lakers an extra max spot.
But hey, man, come on now. No. But like, at first when I saw that, I was like, well, now it's just AD and LeBron. Like, there's nobody else.
Yeah, that's
And-
exactly what I thought when that happened. I was like, bro, the Lakers aren't going to have, like, they have 2 max contracts on their team.
No,
Who
I
else
know.
are they
I
gonna
thought it was
sign?
completely.
I thought
it
they
was
were
completely
so
a bad
screwed.
move.
Yeah.
But then the Lakers around that rebuilt. They built a really nice bench. Really
Yeah.
good pieces
I mean,
around them.
Rondo and Danny Green, Kuzma.
JaVale.
Unfortunately, that Cousins contract didn't work out
Yeah.
because, I mean, they don't have to pay him, but they signed him and then he got injured.
Right. And
But
then
Dwight Howard's there. I don't think Dwight Howard's that good anymore, but, I mean, he's still
Whoa,
a solid.
whoa,
At least you didn't
Yeah.
mention Avery
Oh,
Bradley. So
Wait,
that's
bro, the
good.
last time he was good was like 2 years ago.
That's because he was injured for a whole year.
Yeah,
okay.
now he
but-
gets
Yeah,
injured
anyways,
all the
No,
time.
no. Okay. Obviously, if you guys think I'm biased for saying
Dwight
that,
Howard
I don't think
sucks.
you're
There's also-
biased at all. But go.
No, but also
Dwight
I'd also
Howard is
just shout out.
trash.
Okay. But also, I think one of the best trades because I couldn't decide between the two was the Paul George trade, because the Paul George trade, I mean, the Clippers, they went all in for Paul George, and it was a similar situation where they gave up just a stupid amount for Paul George,
Wasn't it?
but the Clippers have more to fall back on. They still have that bench. They still have the core
Yeah.
team.
Lou Will's still there. Pat Bev's still there.
Montrez.
Trez Harrell's still there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So both
Um,
of those
Yeah, they
I
still
think
got a solid bench. Who was traded? It was Shai Gilgeous
that was gonna
Alexander.
be my trade. So
Who's the other one?
I have it. It was PG for Shea Gallo 2022,
Oh, yeah,
2024,
Gallinari.
2026 unprotected first rounders, 2 first-round picks in 2021 and 2023 from
7
Miami
picks.
that the Clippers had,
It was 7 picks
and the right
2
to
players.
swap for
7.
2023 and 2025.
I just don't understand how that can happen in the NBA where you trade 9 players and get one person back and your team still is functioning.
Hey, that's what happens when you have good management.
I mean,
That's
hopefully,
crazy that they
if
traded a pick
the
for
thing
like
about
6 years in
the
the
thing about
future.
these trades is if these trades blow up, they don't get those picks if they need to rebuild.
Yeah, I know. That's the risk.
That's
you
the only
take.
problem. But yeah, I mean, both teams are going all in. They want to win a championship this year,
And I think both teams did the right
and I
thing.
think in the West it's probably going to come down to those two. But we'll talk about that later in the podcast. All right, so you went over your trade. No one's going to agree with me on this. Well, I feel like a lot of people won't agree with me on this, but I think the best trade of the offseason was the Rockets getting rid of CP3 and getting Russell Westbrook.
Interesting.
That-
What people don't realize is that Russell Westbrook and James Harden are they're like homies, and James Harden and CP3 were not like that. That's why. Why do you think James Harden took like 30 shots a game last year?
Because that's
He didn't
James
wanna
Harden.
get-
That's
He'll
his
still take
game.
30.
That's
He
his
didn't
game.
wanna get-
They'll
he
both-
didn't-
Instead of now one player taking 30, they'll both take 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No,
They'll
I
be
don't,
down by
think so.
25,
I
but-
think their chemistry. I feel like everyone else on the Rockets is excited to have Russell Westbrook there, and I don't know if you guys have seen any of the videos, but I feel like the Rockets players are excited to have Russell Westbrook there, and I think Russell Westbrook is definitely. First off, he's a way better basketball than CP3. CP3, I think, honestly, in OKC is just going to be washed up this year.
Ooh, I disagree big time.
But-
We'll get to that later.
I just don't. I think James Harden and Russell Westbrook will be able to work something out to where they don't need to take 30 shots a game each, and they don't need to fight for a triple-double.
They're like the only 1-2 punch that literally only plays between 1-2. Like no one else will. Everyone will.
I don't
else
think
will
so.
average
I
3
think
points a game.
I think this Russell Westbrook trade is going to work out well. And I mean, they gave up. Who they give up? Like CP3 and some picks.
I have the. You want me to go over the details
Yeah.
real quick? Okay, so Westbrook
picks.
for Chris Paul, 2024, 2026 unprotected,
Yeah.
and right to swap in 2021 and 2025.
They still have Eric Gordon. They still have PJ Tucker. Clint Capella is still there. Gerald Green is still there off the bench. I think honestly they're gonna be better than they were last year, and I think they could get close to like 60 wins.
The thing about that is just like with them, it might be the best trade, but it's very hit or miss. It's like if it doesn't work out, it will completely fail. But if it does work out, it'll
I
work
think
out
they can
so
go
far in their
Yeah,
favor.
exactly.
So it's.
I think it's
here.
gonna work out. So what was your guys' best signing? Signing, not trades, like a player signing a contract with a new team. Alex, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I really like D'Angelo Russell to the Warriors, just because I think that will be a great environment for him. Until Klay gets back, I think he'll definitely hold it down. Averaged 21, 4 and 7, made his first All-Star team last year, was in the running for Most Improved, and he definitely matured a lot that last year in Brooklyn compared to when he was on the Lakers. And I just think him, Steph, and then when Klay comes back, they could put Klay at the 3. Klay will defend other small forwards just fine, and I just think they're going to be a great fit. And with Steve Kerr, Steph guiding Russell, I think he's in a great situation.
The only problem I think is that I'm not sure if D'Lo has matured enough because didn't he get caught at like the airport with like weed this offseason?
A lot of players do.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever.
It's whatever.
And plus now he's in California, and
Now
it's
it's
whatever.
like, cool. All right, Max. What about you?
I mean, Kawhi, it was just such a safe signing for him
Yeah.
to go to an already like.
Well, he did say he would only sign with the Clippers if they traded for Paul George.
That's true. That's a pretty big risk for the Clippers, you know. But other than that, I mean, obviously, just KD and Kyrie. Like it worked out so well for KD, Kyrie, and the Nets. Obviously, the Nets got 2 really big superstars.
Yeah.
KD got a lot of money for being injured. He's getting
I know.
He's getting a lot of money just to sit on the bench. But obviously, when KD and Kyrie are both playing for real next season, they're a championship contender. They could probably win the championship before their contracts expire. And so Brooklyn did very well.
I thought you said Kawhi.
Yeah.
Kyrie, sorry.
You meant Kyrie? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you said Kawhi at first, and then you went rambling on about the Nets. I was like...
You also mentioned the PG trade.
Yeah, I was like, what? No, because I mentioned the PG trade because I thought he said Kawhi.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Did I say KD and Kawhi?
No, you said
No,
just
you
Kawhi.
said Kawhi.
Well, no, at first I did say Kawhi.
Yeah, and
then
then you started talking about the Nets, and I was like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Okay,
Oh,
well,
sorry.
Kyrie is your favorite signing. Right?
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that now.
Okay.
It's not Kevin Durant?
I guess Kyrie. Yeah, no, Kyrie.
I mean, obviously.
Well, Kevin Durant,
You still
misses
give him
that
the
first year.
Yeah, but he might not come back to 100%, but you still give him the contract. I mean, that's what you have to do. No question.
This might be biased.
Oh, no.
Do it,
You guys
Ethan.
already know what's coming.
Do it, Ethan.
I wonder who he's
The
gonna
best
say.
signing this offseason was Kemba Walker to the Boston Celtics.
No. That's what you were going to say? That's crazy.
I just think Kyrie, I hate you, first of all. Like, you'll never have any respect for me. You ruined this whole past season. You guys were supposed to win the championship, and you decided not to show up. So,
When he sees this,
Kyrie won't see this.
His buddy
Never
Katie gets a Twitter finger mat, so you're gonna see some ads from him.
A bunch of KD, what are they called?
stands.
Yeah.
No, not stands. The burner
yeah.
accounts.
Oh, yeah.
I think Kemba Walker, what people don't realize is that Kemba Walker is going to be a way better leader than Kyrie was.
That's true.
And I think Gordon Hayward's back healthy. And to be able to replace Kyrie, which I honestly think Kyrie is better than Kemba Walker, but to be able to get someone like Kemba Walker back after you lose Kyrie is huge. The only problem I think with the Celtics is that Al Horford left, which was unfortunate because at the beginning of the offseason they said he was going to re-sign. Whatever.
But you also have to think like Kemba is 30, right?
No.
How old is he?
I don't think he's 30.
He's 20. He's
28,
late-
I think. 28, 29 probably.
late 20s. He's got a max contract, so they got to do something soon while he's still in his prime.
Yeah, but
That's
got
the only
I
downside
think-
to it. I feel.
I think having Kemba Walker to be that leader is going to help. It's going to help Jaylen Brown. It's going to help Jason Tatum. I think it's just going to help everyone because last year there were so many players. Marcus Morris said something. Jaylen Brown said something last year. There were so many players that weren't happy. Marcus Morris literally said, "It's not fun playing for the Celtics right now." And I think I'm not going to put it all on Kyrie, but I think Kyrie was definitely the biggest reason for that. I just think Kemba Walker is going to fix that atmosphere and that chemistry with the Celtics this year.
I think it wasn't just Kyrie. I think it was a little bit of the media. I mean, the media blew that up a lot.
Yeah.
They were talking about it way too much, and Kyrie was just like, "Look, man, just give us our space. Like, we'll figure it out." And then the media just kept going.
Yeah,
at
and
it.
then, but the problem was middle of the season, Kyrie is like, I don't know, people shit. Like, why would you say...
Language.
Whatever. Why would you say that in the middle of the season when everyone is down on the team? He said it was something like, okay, so remember at the beginning of the year, he's like, if you guys plan on having me, I want to re-sign with the Celtics next summer. So middle of the year when they're struggling, and I think the topic was brought up. I might get this wrong, but the topic was brought up of him re-signing and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, I don't know, people shit.
No, of course. I mean, there is fault on Kyrie, but I mean, the media did blow it up.
Okay, but
With
to
every
say
chemistry problem-
something once he said that, it went even further downhill.
Yeah.
And I know they beat the Pacers in the first round of the playoffs,
Without
but
Oladipo.
he did not. Yeah, without first of all, it was out without Oladipo, and I think if Oladipo's there, the Pacers win that series,
At least
even though it was
competitive,
4-0. Yeah,
for sure.
at least like 4-2. But I just think that
and Kyrie didn't.
to say that when you're the leader in the middle of a season, when you're supposed to mid-season is, and if you're struggling mid-season, that's when the leader of the team is supposed to be like, "Hey guys, we got to get our shit together." But to say that is basically like
He's just not a good
it's
leader.
like he wasn't a good leader at all. He basically gave up on the team middle of the season and then didn't show up to the second round of the playoffs.
He's a really good second option to a for sure number 1 star.
yeah,
That's what he is.
that's why
Which is
he won a
why
championship with LeBron,
Nets
Yeah.
and the Nets.
and now he'll probably win a championship with KD.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
So, what was your guys' worst trade of the
Worst trade.
offseason?
Okay.
Should I go or are you good, Max?
Yeah, no, I'll
Max,
go. I'll
Max,
go.
go first.
So I'll counter your best trade and say that the worst trade was possibly Houston. And I gave my reasons for that, which is that it's either like hit or miss, and if it misses, it's a complete failure.
I mean, I think worst case is it ends up like CP3.
Yeah. But I mean,
So I don't think that's really that bad.
I know, but this is, this looks bad on Russell Westbrook. This looks bad on Harden. No one wins here. And then what's going to happen to Russell Westbrook's career? What's his like? I mean, he's obviously going to have to take a pay cut, whatever team.
The
he goes
problem
on to
is,
next.
Well, I
that-
mean, he still has like 4 years on his contract.
Yeah, I'm talking about later though.
Did he get a new contract with the Rockets?
No.
No.
His contract's just kicking in from the Thunder because they give him like a 5-year.
Oh, it's just kicking in now?
No, not kicking in now, but the Thunder gave him like a 5-year 205, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Either before or like after the PG signing.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
think it was like right. I don't know. What.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you have any other reasons to admit that you're wrong?
I'm gonna get
Well-
to that later too.
Well, here's the thing. No, I don't have any other reasons. Go on.
Okay, Alex, go.
Okay, my worst trade. It wasn't like a big name trade, but my trade was T.J. Warren, and a second round pick, 2 second round picks to the Suns. I mean to the Pacers, and this all the Suns got in return was cash considerations.
That was it.
That was it.
That was the trade.
That was the trade. In 43 games last year, TJ averaged 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.5 assists from 48% from the field and 42% from 3.
Oh,
And
that's not bad at all.
it's not bad. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
It's just
you went
dumb.
for like the worst.
No, that was a bad trade.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
that's what you're saying is bad for the Suns.
Yeah,
duh.
it's like that, and it's just my least favorite trade. It's like, what the hell is Suns management doing? It's been like a revolving thing the past 5 years with Booker.
They gotta trade Devin Booker.
Booker has to like get out somehow, but I mean,
think we might get into that a little later in the podcast.
yeah,
So
maybe
we'll save that.
But also, I just like, and if you trade TJ Warren, you could probably get a first round pick from like a contender that needs a boost.
yeah,
He's only
yeah.
making 11 a year, so it's a very
TJ Warren's only making 11.
yeah, it's a very movable contract, and they traded him to clear cap space only to give Ricky Rubio $50 million. So.
Jeez. It is a good pickup for
How much did they get?
for
Was
Indiana,
it Ricky Rubio's contract was 3 years?
3
right?
years, yeah.
For $50 million.
Not good, Phoenix.
That's terrible. They didn't set up Devin Booker at all.
No.
I thought that was their whole goal was to set up Devin Booker. I mean, they're gonna be last in the West.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's obvious. 'cause
It's
they-
Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton are the only 2 good players on the Suns.
Yeah.
And I think Devin Booker is
Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre's pretty good.
Kelly Oubre's solid.
Yeah.
He's pretty. I mean, he's doing. I think the.
I don't
Suns-
think he's Devin Booker or DeAndre Ayton.
No, but
No, those
But
are the only
that's
two
what I'm
young
saying.
guys.
Like good. I think
like
Kelly
stars.
Oubre is like solid. Yeah, exactly. I think
Star,
Kelly
okay.
Oubre is like solid.
Kelly Oubre can. I think he can do good. Like I think Phoenix is a good spot for him for now. To build
Yeah,
up
he
his,
did well after he got traded there last year. He did really well. Well, not really well, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like he was definitely he definitely elevated his game after he left Washington. I just think Washington's a mess right now.
Yeah.
But
I mean, can you blame him though?
So is
Or-
Phoenix.
yeah, the thing that sucks about Washington is John Wall getting injured. Because he was definitely, before he got injured, in my opinion, he's definitely a top 5 point guard when healthy.
Yeah.
And to lose him, not only for this past year, but from what I've seen, I don't think he's going to play this year. I just think
I think he's scheduled to come towards
I think he's
the end of the
scheduled to
year.
miss
towards the end of the year.
I think he's like scheduled to miss the whole year.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
Well, even if he comes in at the end of the year, it's not going to matter.
doesn't
because
matter.
the Wizards will not be in the playoffs. My worst trade is CP3 to OKC. I just think I feel like giving up Russell Westbrook and you get an old CP3. And I like the draft picks because they're rebuilding, but they're rebuilding. So why would you trade for a point guard that is going to retire in the next 3 years?
Well, no, there is a decent chance that he might get traded.
But also,
So in that sense, sense, it would work out very well for the Thunder.
also, I don't
just
think they're
think that-
getting any young players.
I feel who else wants CP3 on their team?
I don't think
A
a lot
lot
of
of
people
people
wanted
would.
Westbrook.
That's true, but I
Like
think
they
a lot-
wanted Westbrook, but they didn't want to give up enough. Like the Heat, like if you got traded to the Heat, they didn't want to give up Justice Winslow and Bam Adebayo.
That wouldn't have
Those
worked
young
out
guys.
with Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, no, but it was just his contract's so massive, you can't move it. And CP's and Westbrook's
I like the
contract.
trade, but I don't like CP3 in Oklahoma City. I just think that I feel like he doesn't have the attitude to where he wants to help a team rebuild. So
No.
if they can't find someone to trade for him, then that trade's gonna end up kind of sucking. Because isn't he on a max right now?
I would agree he doesn't want to be there, but I don't think CP would cause a shitstorm like that.
I don't think he's going to, but I don't think he's gonna want to help. I think at this point in his career, he just wants to win a ring, and Oklahoma City probably won't even make the playoffs this year.
I feel it, but I actually do think Chris will be a good mentor for Shea. So
Maybe.
that's that.
All right. Where are we? All right. So what is your guys's? So we've gotten into best signing, worst trade. So what is your worst signing? Alex, I'll start with you.
My worst signing is Terry Rozier to the Charlotte Hornets.
Don't disrespect my boy like that.
To the Charlotte Hornets for 3 years, $58 million for what exactly? For past performance in the playoffs 2 years ago. Never shot over 40% from the field in his career. He's been in the NBA. And the whole thing was just dumb because, first of all, they should have traded Kemba. Because they said, the Hornets GM actually said, oh, we only got protected lottery picks for Kemba, so that's why we didn't trade him. So you don't trade Kemba. But instead of letting Kemba walk because you don't want to give him a max, you end up giving Terry Rozier $58 million for 3 years. And he hasn't been an extremely productive player. And now Charlotte, I just think Charlotte has another horrible contract on their books. So yeah, it's my least favorite signing.
Yeah, I gotta agree. That contract is that's pretty bad.
And also the Hornets are another team with
The thing is,
dysfunctional management.
I can't remember exactly, but I think the Hornets were they said they were blindsided by Kemba making all NBA third team
Yeah,
because
that's-
that makes him
a max.
eligible for a max
No, that's dumb.
or a super max or
Yeah.
something that they couldn't afford.
No, they could
but-
afford, but they just
Well,
don't want-
yeah, but-
so trade him.
Yeah.
It's them saying blindside. I don't believe that.
It's
at
basically
all.
the Celtics traded Terry Rozier for Kemba Walker,
yeah.
which
Yeah.
is clearly an upgrade.
for the
I think
Celtics.
Terry Rozier would have been good if he stayed on the Celtics and just was
Played his
six
role,
man.
basically.
Yeah. Anyways, what about you, Max?
I'm gonna have to put the schmack down back on that signing, but for a different reason. You were saying it's bad for the Hornets. I think it's bad for Terry Rozier. I mean, I just
Well, yeah, I think it's bad for both sides.
No, I know, but he was saying
Yeah.
how he was giving the numbers on why it's bad for the Hornets. I'll say this: why would you go to the Hornets? Why?
He
in
wants
the
the
hell?
bag. He wanted the bag. No one
Why?
else was gonna give him the bag.
That's true.
And listen,
Terry Rozier,
and I
Screw the
don't-
bag.
I don't
Terry
blame
Rozier
him.
wants
You
the
don't.
bag. He's young.
You don't walk away from 58
Young
for $3 million.
Young players
I mean,
want the
3
bag.
years.
Oh my
It's
god,
so
young,
true.
Young people are so
He's only there for
stupid.
3 years too. He's not
Young athletes want the bag.
I know, but still,
They want that big contract. Bro, honestly, all athletes work towards that second contract.
And I do want to say that he got a big contract
For
for
no
not putting
reason,
much
yeah.
production out on the floor.
Some
But,
NBA
I mean,
players are
don't you
so
feel like
overrated.
after a while you're just wasting your time? I mean, it's the Hornets.
Well, he's going to realize that by the time
Yeah.
his contract's up. He's going to say, or he might even, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if mid-season he's like, yeah, I don't want to be here.
Yeah. Also,
Still, it's just I feel bad for Terry Rozier that he thinks that's a good idea to go there, even for the money.
I don't think, I agree. I think, I don't agree that it's a good choice. I don't think I would have signed with Charlotte because he's not there. I would be shocked if they got more than 15 wins this year.
yeah. And
15.
I'm not joking. They are
Wow.
You've seen them on 2K.
Yeah.
Their highest rated player is Nick Batum at a 78. They don't have any 80 overalls. Every other team does.
Yeah.
They literally, I was looking on Instagram the other day and they showed amount of players in the top 100 according to like ESPN or whatever, and the Hornets have 0.
And they're paying them big bucks.
And
They have the highest,
yeah.
one of the highest payrolls in the league.
For who? Like
They gave Cody Zeller a big contract.
Yeah, I
Michael
remember that.
Kidd-Gilchrist, Marvin
exactly.
Williams.
That's what I'm saying.
Also,
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist
okay, but
has
to-
probably
to-
has a big contract.
Wait, who's their new
To play
GM?
devil's advocate here, you based this logic off of a video game. You based
No,
their
no.
But
you predicted
they're
their
rated
standings.
like that for a reason. No, I'm not saying because of the video game. They're good, bro. Who are they
Okay.
gonna? Even
No,
in the
I get what you're
East-
saying, but like 15, I mean, maybe 20. I can see him getting
I do
20.
want to say, so we all agree to contracts like bad.
Okay, I'll say 15. No more than like 15 to 20.
Okay. Do you know who their GM is?
I don't know who their GM is.
Mitch Kupchak, the same guy that
Oh,
gave,
that's right.
the same guy that gave Mozgov and Luol Deng big ass contracts.
No,
Yeah, good job, Mitch Kupchak.
Michael Jordan's not good at running that team.
No, he's the GOAT, but he's running his team into the goddamn ground.
All right, I would say I kind of made this before I realized that the Lakers don't have to pay DeMarcus Cousins, but my worst signing was DeMarcus Cousins.
I mean, obviously, like
They were gonna pay him, and then he got injured. Even before
honestly,
preseason.
if it wasn't for that injury, that would have been the best signing.
oh yeah, it
you
would
got
have
a
been a great
potential
signing,
superstar
'cause,
for
they
a
got him
minimum.
for dirt cheap.
Yeah,
I think it would have been the best signing, but it's a good signing.
Yeah,
definitely up there.
Alex, I'm gonna start with you on this one. What was your most underrated move of the offseason?
Okay, so my most underrated move is for one team, but it's for two reasons. You can say whichever one you want. The Jazz trading for Mike Conley and signing Bogdanovich. Was that?
I said that. Yeah, I said the same exact
Yeah.
thing again.
Yeah, no, but yeah, Bogdanovich, Conley, obviously, those guys are both. Mike Conley's a good. He's like when he was younger, he was an elite defender. I don't know about now, but Conley and Bogdanovich could definitely hold their own on the defensive end. They're not any slouches.
Yeah,
Both hit threes. Mike Conley's gonna help.
Mike Conley still scores 20 points per game.
Yeah, he's gonna take the load off Donovan Mitchell. Like he'll facilitate a lot more. Mitchell's gonna have a lot less pressure on him. Because last year there were times Mitchell would have to like take like Westbrook-esque shots. Just,
yeah,
like-
exactly. Because no one else on that team
Yeah.
could really shoot.
I mean, I think Mike Conley's a upgrade over Ricky Rubio. And you just slide.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
You just
Yeah.
slide in Bogdanovich in that lineup with Joe Ingles, Gobert, Mitchell, and Conley. I think that's an elite defensive team. And I think Mitchell could progress, not like a dark horse MVP candidate, but I think he could definitely progress into like a give me the ball type scorer. Like, I'm going to get us a bucket. Let me stop the bleeding.
Yeah, I said Mike Conley, but for both teams.
Mm.
And for the same reasons for the Jazz, I mean, now Mike Conley gets to play with people who are actually good.
Yeah.
Like Donovan Mitchell has another year under his belt. Gobert is one of a top 5 center in the NBA. I would think. I don't know. Maybe I'm just
Two-time
not.
defensive player
Yeah,
of the year.
yeah,
back-to-back.
exactly. And he's always on the all-defensive team. I mean, he doesn't put up many points, but he still gets like around
Impact.
like 15. Impact is
Impact.
huge for Rudy Gobert. He still gets a lot of rebounds. The Bogdanovich signing was really good. I just think it's also good for the Grizzlies because Mike Conley is getting a little older. And I think it was time that they move on and actually start the rebuild process, which allowed for them to draft John Morant with the second pick.
Oh yeah, Grizzlies are definitely making a lot of.
They got two
great-
first
Yeah, I
rounders
think
in
I
the
think
trade.
it was a good. Yeah, they get those picks, I mean, the Grizzlies. There are a lot of teams in the NBA, but I think out of the teams that are rebuilding, I think the Grizzlies did it the best this offseason.
Yeah, I wrote in my notes even they are the gold standard for a team that is rebuilding.
Yeah, exactly.
They got the gold standard.
Like they got rid of Marcus. I mean, they got Valanciunas
It's
back, but
funny 'cause
they
Conley and
moved
Gasol
on.
didn't even wanna be
Valanciunas is doing
traded.
good too, though. Valanciunas is doing very well.
Valanciunas was solid for the Grizzlies last year, but I think drafting Ja Morant was the perfect scenario for the Grizzlies. And
They also got a
obviously in the
sleeper.
draft, it's lucky where you get your pick. But the thing is, it happened. They got the second overall pick, and they got Ja Morant to move on to that rebuilding phase.
Right, and he's going to be great. So.
And they also got Max's sleeper that he pointed out, right? He's on the Grizzlies. Your sleeper.
Oh yeah, Brandon.
Oh,
Clark.
yeah,
to rebuild.
Brandon Clark.
Yeah.
I think Brandon Clark is going to be pretty solid.
Yeah, I hope so.
High flyer.
Because I don't want to be wrong in this.
Yeah. Shout out Terrence Mann.
All right.
All
Is
right.
it my turn now for my underrated?
Yeah.
No, it's overrated. Oh wait. Oh.
No.
It's underrated.
We haven't.
Yeah,
Max hasn't
yeah.
answered yet.
So underrated would I mean, I definitely agree with you guys. You guys all made good points, but one that I feel is underrated just because it's not talked about enough is the fact that Hassan Whiteside is now on the Trailblazers. I think that is
Correct.
crazy.
You think that's crazy?
I think it is because like now they have Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, small forward. I don't know who they have at small forward, but then they have Nurkic when he comes back.
Well,
He can
probably
definitely
Rodney
play.
Hood.
Yeah. But
I mean, he's okay,
They
but
lost
he
a
was good in
lot
the
of their
playoffs
wings
last
in
year.
the offseason.
Yeah.
They lost Mo and Aminu.
and Seth Curry,
Yeah, they lost a lot
Seth
of
Curry's
wings.
gone. Where's Seth Curry now?
Mavs.
Dallas.
Wasn't he already there?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
he
went
got
back?
the bag again from
Oh
Dallas.
yeah. But yeah, Hassan Whiteside can definitely be like a really strong paint presence. He can Nurkic doesn't grab like a ridiculous amount of boards, so Hassan Whiteside can definitely fill that void, and Nurkic can definitely play the 4, and that's what I don't think a lot of people like realize. So that would be my pick for the underrated move.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree just because I know he didn't like get a lot of minutes in Miami. There was like that friction for whatever reason, but I do think he's a productive center.
Very productive.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think so.
What did he get? Like he got like 12
He's a
and 11
top
last-
rebounder in the NBA for sure.
And he didn't even get enough minutes last year.
Yeah.
Like I think
Yeah.
he could get that.
I think
10
Miami
boards,
was
2
just a
blocks.
mess last year, and that Hassan Whiteside needed to go.
And you can see that how happy he is being over there. You know,
Yeah.
we got
Yeah.
shooters. We got shooters.
All right, I would say Al Horford. What people don't realize is Al Horford can also shoot threes. He won't shoot them much, but he can.
Right, exactly.
Definitely.
So
You can't
Al
sag
Horford-
off. You have to
Huh?
respect. I said you can't sag off him.
Yeah,
you have to
definitely.
respect his
You
job.
have to
Al
respect
Horford-
his jumper.
is what you get, and that's a very good thing to have on your team.
Yeah.
So for number 4, I put Jimmy Butler just because the situation that was really weird when I saw that Jimmy Butler to the Heat, just because
Yeah.
it's an
I
odd choice for
understand
him.
it though, because Jimmy Butler is that guy. Well, I understand it from Jimmy Butler's point of view because Jimmy Butler wants to be that guy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
But I just don't think the Heat are gonna, rank too high up in the East. And then
I wouldn't even be surprised if they don't make the playoffs.
Damn. I think there's like ceiling, like their absolute best is the 3rd seed. Like if everything goes right, I think they could be the 3rd best team in the Eastern Conference.
Ooh.
really, well,
Yeah,
that's a
they're-
lot to go right then.
I mean, not really. I mean, they've been a very competitive team without an all-star, and I think Jimmy Butler is a significant upgrade from Josh Richardson.
Yeah. So
So then my last one is obviously Brogdon. It's no disrespect to him. He's a great player in his own right. It's just compared to these other guys, it's
yeah.
gonna, on most other lists I would say Malcolm Brogdon, but just for this list I would say Malcolm Brogdon is the least.
All right, we're gonna get into the last segment, little game thing in our podcast for today, with a little bit of agree or disagree. So, agree or disagree? I'll let you guys battle this one out. AD and LeBron will be a better duo than Kawhi and PG this year,
Would you like to go first? Like
and I'll be scoring you guys
Okay.
to see who provides a better argument.
Thank you, Ethan.
Oh, okay.
That will help.
So the question is, who will be a better duo?
No,
Yes.
the question: do you agree or disagree that LeBron and AD will be a better duo than Kawhi and PG?
Agree.
Why?
Do I have LeBron and AD? It's LeBron and AD. You got Anthony Davis,
It's
who is
typical,
for-
Ethan. Typical.
Yeah, I know.
No,
argument.
no, don't give me
I
any
had
of
to
that
give
typical.
my ass a point. point.
No, come on.
That's negative.
That's you got AD, who's a guaranteed future Hall of Famer, and then LeBron. I mean, the Clippers got the
They
only
got
thing
two
about
guaranteed Hall of Famers too.
right. Okay, no, but LeBron. No, he's right. He's right.
Okay,
he's right.
yeah, okay. I thought you
But
said no.
LeBron is literally in the GOAT conversation, and neither of the Clippers players are in that conversation. And Anthony Davis just puts up ridiculous numbers. Every other night, he can put up 40 and 12. You never know. And he's just that good. What's the face that he's making at you?
No, I'm not making a face. I was just
No, but and then the only reason why the Clippers duo might be better is just because their bench, their coach. But I definitely think that AD and LeBron as a duo, like just as a 1-2 punch, are better than them. Plus that pick and roll game is going to be mean.
okay.
Alex, I'll let you provide your argument.
I disagree. I know you
Shocker.
said LeBron's in the GOAT convo, but Kawhi's gonna make his case by the end of his career. So, first of all, I would say PG and Kawhi are a better duo, especially for today's NBA. I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy Clips.convos on Instagram, providing these beautiful stats for me. So, Kawhi and PG average 54 points per game to LeBron and AD's 53. LeBron and AD did shoot a higher field goal, but that is expected because they do most of their damage from inside. But the big thing is why they're a better duo. Kawhi and PG shot 38% from the three and 85% from the free throw line to LeBron and AD's 32% from three and 68% from the free throw line. And in today's NBA,
Jeez.
you gotta be able to hit the three, and the wings win championships. Scottie, Jordan. I think PG Kawhi is the closest thing to that. Like recently, by far, they're elite two-way players, elite on offense, elite on defense, better from three. And you did mention Doc. I do think Doc Rivers will put them in a much better position to succeed, and you'll see you might not see their points go up, but their efficiency numbers and assists, I think, will definitely go up.
Yeah, I gotta say, as a defensive duo, PG and Kawhi are definitely better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
But-
just because LeBron isn't, especially if you look at last season, LeBron's defense kind of was iffy, but PG and Kawhi are like, they're some of the best defensive players in the league.
If you say LeBron and AD are more talented, yeah, I agree with that, but
Just the pick and roll game is way too mean. You could just run that all day.
we'll see about that.
no.
We'll see about that.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying, not if someone named Kawhi Leonard puts the straps on.
16
Davis.
championships. Sorry.
Oh, but
Has the
Celtics
same
have,
record as
Celtics
the
have
Knicks
17.
the past 6 years.
Huh?
Celtics have 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't get to use that Bill Russell argument.
Oh, okay, fine. So since 1980, 11 championships, and then what was it 5?
Okay, but overall,
But
I like how this
that's
turned
crazy.
into like
Crazy
a
that you
Celtic,
weren't alive
like
in the 80s or 90s,
you weren't either.
so it just doesn't matter.
That's not okay. So then, in that case, they won 5 when I was alive. Celtics won 1 when you were alive.
Okay, I'll
time I
give this
checked,
to
17
Ethan.
is
He
still better than
actually
16.
witnessed his team win a championship. Probably he was watching it. Max was probably like didn't even know the Lakers won a championship in 2010. He was just chilling, doing his own thing,
All right.
probably not knowing what's going on. So
Okay,
yeah,
I'll give you that.
thank you.
I didn't
Is there
watch
anything
basketball
else you
until
guys want to add before we move on?
I do want to say this. When LeBron was guarded by Beverly or Kawhi last year on 36 possessions, he got 2 points and shot 11% from the field, while Kawhi shot 10 of 16 when he was guarded by Danny Green, Avery Bradley, Anthony Davis, Kuzma, and LeBron. 33 points, Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi and PG will dominate.
Lakers suck.
Okay.
All right, guys, that's
We'll-
going to
we'll
be a
see.
wrap for the show. Thanks for tuning in, and big shout out to Chris Coate for directing the show. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Contested Sports Podcast for updates between shows and where you can chime in with your own predictions and opinions. Look for our next podcast about a week after the season starts. I'm not going to give a specific date because I'm not sure yet, but I'll let you guys know. I want to thank Max Tepper and Alex Toma for joining me on the first edition of this podcast. And remember, if there's anything you disagree with us on, go ahead and contest it. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Peace out.